Welcome to a night of total terror.
In 1968, George Romero brought us Night of the Living Dead. It became the classic horror film of its time.
We must not be lulled by the concept that these are our family members or our friends. They are not. They will not respond to such emotion.
Now, George Romero brings us the most intensely shocking motion picture experience for all time.
It gets up and kills. The people it kills get up and kill.
When there is no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth.
First came the night, then came the dawn. Now comes the most eagerly awaited day in horror film history.
Welcome back to Thursday of the Dead, episode 251. My name is Jace. Today's episode is actually something I bought a while ago. A friend of mine, Alric Barca, good artist, he actually sent me this. I was like, oh, I think I need to have one of these. This is made by Asmus Toys. This figure is part of their zombie figure line called the Bitten. This one in particular is called Johnson. I have another one on pre-order that I need to check on. This is one of the best zombie figures I've ever seen, as you'll see. I won't talk through this whole thing, but you'll see the level of detail that they put into this is pretty crazy. They include a whole bunch of extras, this weird card, 8x10s, which kind of cracked me up, and then kind of a dossier file that's pretty cool. There's like caution tape that comes with the zombie, and the zombie's cool because he has all these kind of modular parts, as you'll see after I open up the box. There's a brain that goes inside his head cavity. There's a detachable jaw. There's detachable arms, so you can have him without limbs if you want, or you can put a limb on him. It's pretty cool. Here's the confidential dossier or case file. I mean, this figure is probably one of the more expensive figures that I've bought. It's not as expensive as like a Sideshow Toys collectible, but look at all this stuff that they include. So there you kind of see of what he looks like assembled, with his guts hanging out and his detachable arm attached. And this is a 1/6 scale figure, which is pretty nice because I've been collecting New Wave Toys, the 1/6 scale arcade games. I don't have room for a real arcade game, but okay, so you could see here like how cool this packaging is. All these different hands and body parts that you can kind of assemble. There's one of the hands. Very nice sculpt on all of it. Great paint job too. I'm not sure what he's going to do with the briefcase. You can see when he comes shipped, he doesn't have his lower jaw attached. That's in one of these cutouts, which you'll see in a moment. So there's his stump. It's very posable. Comes with a little stand that works pretty well. There's part of the stand. It's a little bit tricky getting him to stand up properly, but you'll see in a moment that I figured out. Different hands, so you can kind of have different poses for him. And of course, the brain. Now, kind of like me, the brain keeps falling out. It's a problem for some of us. It doesn't really click in, so you have to kind of keep an eye on his brain as you're moving the figure out. And so his guts, very good sculpt, very good paint job. I was happy enough with this just from the photos that I ordered this and I put, I think, $20 down on another one in the line, one of the prisoner ones. I can't remember the name of that one. So I have to check on that. And so once I get that next one, I'll do an unboxing of that figure too. And that way Johnson will have some company. There's the lower jaw. Couldn't figure out quite what it was at first. That's better. So of course, as you might have seen in way earlier episodes, I have a bunch of Dawn of the Dead figures in various size. I think this is larger than the Mezco ones. They could be about the same size. I'll have to do a comparison. Look how handsome he is. He just wants a hug. Extra messed up leg. I don't know if that's something he's eating or I can detach one of his legs. It does look much better with that gross arm attached. So as I said, this is not cheap, but the quality is there. And you know, if you're getting into collecting all this crazy zombie stuff like I am, this is a good addition. As I said, I couldn't quite figure it out at first. Oh, and so here he is next to one of my tiny arcade games. The height comparison is pretty good. Thanks for watching. See you next week.